Hey, welcome back everybody. Sign here again with episode 10 on the Volcano, and I'm doing a keratin chitin run right now on my Gigantoraptor. 66 keratin. He's actually pretty good about harvesting the stuff. He's also really good about just destroying just about everything I come across. No. There's a Gigantospino right there, so. There. The Gigantospinos reflect damage back on the attacker, so. This Tegnosaurs just freak out. Alright, and water jar blueprint. Hooray. Alright, and let's see. Yeah, 5 chitin out of one of those guys. That's not bad. Alright. Mouse Chops and Lystra is really not worth it. Oh, Pego is always worth it, though. Hello, Sound Glitch. Thank you for that. Yeah, this guy's definitely a beast. Alright, and hey, Bronto. But, I mean, just the sheer amount of attacks you can throw against something is just insane with this dinosaur. Yeah, they get an occasional bonus attack whenever they attack. I think it's like a 30% chance that whenever you throw a punch, basically, or tell it to throw a punch, it's going to decide to throw an additional one of its own. Which can get pretty nasty after a while, actually. Alright, and I've just been destroying things in the desert. I'm not even going to bother. Hey, Sauropelta, that might be good for some keratin. Thing takes half damage. Okay, good to know. 57 keratin, that's not bad. Carno, hey. Thank you. But yeah, my Scorpionators is getting kind of low on the keratin chitin. I'm out of stamina. And yeah, Rex is dead. Bird, go away. Of course, now we're up to 3,300% damage. So I mean, he's leveling up rather nicely, actually. All right, so another thing I've got on me is my Segnosaur is in a soul trap. So that way whenever I come across any metal, I can go ahead and mine it up. Thing is down on the desert floor, there's really not tons you can mine up easily. Also, I got myself an Alamodactylus because just in case I want to build with adobe, I want lots of clay. There's another 400 metal right there. And we got more metal up here too. Let me pop that out. Yeah, 250 metal for one rock. That's not bad at all. It's definitely a faster way to mine up certain resources, though. And it works in obsidian. Awesome. I couldn't remember for certain if it did or not. I was fairly certain it did, but wasn't 100% certain. So all right. More metal up here? Sure, why not? And the Ravagers are just like, yeah, no, I'll pass. That is an RG egg. Oh, the Hyenodons want to go, though, huh? Yeah, run away. I guess they're all Hyenodons, weren't they? For some reason I thought they're Ravagers. Hey, RG egg, huh? Take that, and I will, I'll take that. Now, one of the features of this map is it's supposed to feature, like, baby dinosaurs walking around that you could tame. I haven't seen a single one yet. So I'm wondering if that's just not working because I have mods or removed feature or what. I'm not sure. Alright, and... oh hey, there's a dead RG. Have to use the sea attack to harvest corpses on this thing. There we go. And claws. Sure, why not? Alright, let's go see if I can find my Gigantosaurus. Gigantoraptor. Not Gigantosaurus. That would be a whole different setup. There you are. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop off here. Shoot you with a gun. Shoot your bag with a gun to automatically pick it up. And now the shooting bags with a gun thing. Only... oh, that's... no, that's Cryptops. Okay. Thing's got a breath weapon that does some pretty nasty stuff. You didn't pick up the pause. Also, why do you default to being off when I hop off? Don't do that. Your weight is just barely over half. Okay. I can probably get rid of that. And all that. And more metal and crystal and everything else up here too. Oh yeah, this is actually a pretty good spot to go mining. What is this again? Oh, this is the tech cave, isn't it? Okay, bad things have happened. You end up standing on top of the Gigantoraptor whenever you you hop off of it, but for some reason you can't remount where you land when you hop out like that. Oh, by the way, Basilisk, they want like nothing to do with me right now. But yeah, for some reason just the spot where you land when you do that just doesn't work. Tech para. There's just a whole big raptor family around here, wouldn't it? A couple raptors, a couple of kilobators, Deinonychus. It looks like it's a little less of a swim if I go over here. This guy is not good underwater or in the water, by the way. Of course, most land dinos really aren't when you get down to it. Just posing on top of this thing, running around too. There we go. Yeah, this thing is excellent on land, though. Doesn't have quite the mobility. It can't jump at all, but oh well. I mean, it's not a that huge of a deal. Journeyman Lance. This is not bad. I mean, I don't really ever see myself using it, but I mean, it's not horrible. For some reason I thought this was water down here. Oh, there's water right there. No. Alright, and... Oh, it's a scorpion vinegar. Dang it. Oh, well. Oh, they do give a little bit of carrots when you kill them. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright. Just gonna grab the stuff. I am encumbered now. Okay, great. That was... And what was that I saw down here by the water? Saw something kind of dog-like down here by the water, so... Oh well. Oh, hi Sarko. Male iguanodon got decided I might not be that bad. I don't need those either. See, throw out the useless stuff. Like if I'm a Mia saddle, I really don't need it. 20 pounds for a lance though. That is not great. Oh no, then to be thalicoli. That's the third one of those I've gotten so far now. I'm gonna toss that and that out though. Okay, got my weight down to just below half again. But I want that. Thank you. Oh, there's an Oxalia here. That's that iguanodon that was getting beat up by the Sarko, and then I killed the Sarko. So I don't have any way really to... It's a 228. Not great. I don't really have a way to tame the iguanodon, though. And it just forgot about me anyway, so... Has forgotten your act of compassion. Okay, hello, Deathworm. Whoop. Okay, I almost saved that. Let's see. That purple drop's actually pretty close. I was heading for that green over there, but... Oh well. Okay. That was a launch and a half now, wasn't it? Ooh, it's purple drop of the ring. It's double chances of getting crappy items. Got a silencer. I mean, that's not bad. I don't really have a gun to put it on, but silencers aren't bad, so. Hello, Pelagornis. Oh, Scorpion. Come here. Oh. Killed it. Might as well grab it. And this one too, then, I guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, right as I hit the button. Dang it. Should not have turned around for that jug bug. Alright, and yep, dead end. Okay. Yeah, running around at night's like basically going through a blind maze. Alright, oh, bugger. Alright, hey. Yeah, give me your keratin. But honestly, in this area of the world, I don't think there's anything that can stand up to this Gigantoraptor. Of course, at the same time, there wasn't anything that could stand up to the Deinonychus either, so it's not a severely broken creature. I mean, the Deinonychus is, you know, part of the base game, so... Hey, Parasaur. Thank you. Still have not found any Obus, though. I really doubt I'd find them in the desert, but they do spawn on scorched earth, so I mean, it's a possibility. 5 pounds of arrows, I can just go. Ooh, new boots. Ascendant chitin boots. Yeah, I'll take those. It looks like I got those out of that drop, so. Alright, cool. 57 organic polymers, not bad either. Death worms really aren't all that common around here, though, are they? Let's see, what else is weighing me down? Well, I guess I can get rid of that. 50 pounds of crystal, 20 pounds of obsidian, 100 pounds of metal. That might be part of what's weighing me down. The silencer attachment's pretty good, actually. It supports long neck, pistols, and assault rifle. Which is odd, because I put that on the fabricated sniper, too, so... I think that means it just supports everything but a shotgun. But the silencer is nice because it's a recoil suppressor as well. So, really good on the assault rifle. Which is not a weapon I was ever really impressed with, honestly. Where? Okay, you're right there. You don't even have a ring around you? Alright, well... see if it was worth the wait. Not really, no. I'll take that. I did throw my other one away when I was on the Deinonychus, so I'll take the blood extraction device thing. Oh, hi, Deathworm. I was actually kind of hoping to run into more of you. Really? No polymer from that one, though? Ugh. I feel robbed. Alright, yeah, a couple more pieces of Ascendant Chitin. I'm not sure why I'm... It must be part of the map to be getting that good of stuff. Really must be. Oh, Parasaur, okay. Yeah, because those gloves are far, far better than the ones I was wearing. 330, yeah, that's a lot better chest piece too. You got too close. Alright, he does not run off the edge. Running with this guy is always fun whenever it decides to stutter and load something. Do you need to look into that? Actually, here, let's see. I am using 18% of the RAM on my system right now. So that's not the problem. It's definitely not the problem. Dude, where are you? Wow. Oh, you got a ring on you. I guess I'll wait. Kind of run around a little bit, see if I missed anybody. Oh, there's a nice little, you know, oasis here. I guess I could take a dip here and refill my water jar. I'm taming that. Oh, killed one of the ones I was taming. Let's just get the other one too. Anybody else down here? There's some fish over there. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, there's a dead one here. Oh, that was a Hesperornis corpse though, because that just gave me organic polymer. Alright, so now I know where to go to find some Hesperornis, but... They're not going to give really enough. Flashlight I'll take. Take that. I don't need blueprints for that stuff. Sure. Encumbered again. I'll put that water well down if I see a water deposit around here somewhere. Oh, that's an oil well. Let's see. Probably head back to base now. I'm actually kind of far north in the desert, aren't I? Yeah, I am. Okay. Oh, that was a jug bug. Whoops. And hello. He touched me. How dare he touch me? Should probably try circling the map, honestly. What is... Oh, berry. Okay. Oh, I'm wearing too much kite now. I'm actually getting overheated in the desert. Oh, hey. White drop. I'm not seeing any... like water wells around here, though. Oh well. Oh hey, I'm at the edge of the swamp, or a swampy area, let's put it that way. That's a Lake Van monster tail. Also, I am glitched out right now and I can't move. Yeah. Thing is, I really want to tame this thing. Because that is a horribly, horribly overpowered monster. 396 level, I think. I think they come in at 10% over. 372. Okay, so that one's actually a little lower than I've seen before. What are you? Giant fish. Okay. Some type of giant fish. I'm not sure what type. It's not a Rhizotus. That's all I care about is not the Rhizotus. Yeah, and it's going to take 4 hours after taming before that Lake Van monster is usable. That's one of the features. They come with a basically a slow metabolism debuff that lasts for 4 hours. If you can nurse them through that, what is that fish anyway? Oh, that was a Gigantosaurus. Oh, whoops. Okay, it wasn't a fish. But yeah, if you can nurse them through that with plenty of food and so on and so forth, then they can do things like actually run and whatnot, and use their full, you know, melee damage stat, the whole 9 yards. So, let's see what we get. Oh, we got a Chibi and Kylo. Cool. Don't really care about that or that. I guess I'll take like spark powder and some stuff. Yeah, I'll take the resources anyway. Alright, so I'm just going to teleport back to base from here so I can come right back to this spot because, well, I don't have a GPS yet. So it's not like I can just write down coordinates. Certain other maps I'd be able to go, okay, I know exactly where this is and find my way back. Oh, you guys are too slow, man. Alright, who's standing on the fire? I'm stuck again. Downside of the Gigantosaurus Raptor, sometimes it glitches your character out of it. Come on. And we're too heavy to move right now. Oh, and I'm glitching out. Okay. No, I wanted to hop off the mount, not... I'm still glitched out, even... Yeah. Sometimes character gets a little bit broken for a bit. Come on, let me move, game. We can thank Atlas for this bug, by the way. There we go, that should fix it, though. There. Since you're an idiot, decide to stand in a campfire. I've got too much stuff on me. But yeah, no, well, we can thank Atlas players for the bug, I should say. There were a bunch of jerks on Atlas who were basically exploiting using weight to sink, you know, other players' ships because, well, that's part of the game. But they used a glitch basically that lets them overload themselves and move onto the ship. Because in Atlas, when you're overloaded, you can still move. Yeah. But Wildcard's fix for that issue introduced some instability in modded dinosaurs and whatnot, and yeah. So now sometimes the game just doesn't work properly whenever you hop off of a modded dinosaur. And that's what Wildcard gets for using the same engine for both games. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need the scope blueprint. I accidentally learned the actual engram for that. And we have Ankylo, and then we already had a Thyla, so that door can shut now. Thank you. So that can go into here. And now we've got 2 Thylas in here, plus 1 in the box. So over here, I've still been just churning out loads of... I'm almost out of stone in here, actually. Loads of smelted copper ore. Just give me that. Can I have that 500, please? Thank you. And in you go. Let's go ahead and craft up a bunch of that. And I'm turning that ore into plates over here. I've got 131 plates so far, which is a huge bonus, actually. I mean, that should be enough for now, actually, but figure I might as well make some more. So can I make a tannery, please? Cementing paste, copper plates, and metal. And there we go. And now I'm just going to need some coal from you, please. 5 should do it, honestly. And hide. Give me like that much for now, because we're going to need a lot of this leather in the long run. So all you do is just put this down, and as soon as you put coal in, it becomes powered. Boom, starts spinning, smoke starts coming out of the top. Drop this into here, and you have to tell it to manually craft the leather. 10 hide becomes 1 leather. Yay! Each of these recipes does actually 20 hide into 2 leather, though. It just doesn't actually say it here. And it does take a little while to get the stuff produced. That Bronto, if it doesn't leave soon, we're going to have words. Alright. So now let's go over here to our drill. And try to pull for resources. I'm missing 10 leather, that's it. Got everything else I need. Now another thing I need to do is get like 20 of that, and we'll pull a couple thousand leather or hide. Go over here to our industrial copper forge. We give it hide and oil. It'll start making refined oil for us, which is how we power the drill. Yeah, it takes fuel and it has durability. And yeah, I'm overheating in my chitin gear now. That's great. Even outside I am. Okay. Actually here. Is that good? Yeah, that'll fix it. Okay. It was my shoes that were the issue, so I think I was getting sweaty feet. He's still over there. How are we doing on fertilizer? Fairly decent. Yeah, I don't think that's an attack. I think that's an emote. Hey, come on. Get away from my base and stuff. Man, my reverse speed is almost as fast as the Bronto's actual run speed. Alright. Alright, see the small numbers showing up? The 21, 31, 41, 52. That's the bleed effect from this guy. Which just keeps stacking higher and higher. So it's not quite as good as the Deinonychus bleed, but it's still pretty good. In fact, this guy is actually a lot tankier. Okay, well that was cute. Can we not do that again, please? So the R button is the sit command button. It's also, while you're mounted, throw your shoulder mounted pet from your, shoulder thing. Yeah, it's a damn stupid thing that... Because the sit thing was added by a mod. The throw your shoulder pet with R was added in vanilla. Which I've never been happy with that keybind anyway. Because if you're like in a boss fight and you're trying to reload and you're spamming R or whatever, you're gonna huck your shoulder pet. Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to accidentally like lob your light pet in aberration while you're trying to reload or whatever. Not the greatest. But hey, we have a drill. I completely forgot I had a whip on me, actually. So... Gonna go back to the Lake Van monster. Probably do most of the taming for that thing off camera because it's gonna take a really long time. But let's run over this way a bit, and it's a lot easier to find those green crystals at night, isn't it? So the drill only works really on... It only provides extra resources on crystal nodes and rich metal nodes. Regular rocks, it basically just acts like a pick. Trees, it just gives you a lot of thatch. I mean, kind of same like that. Corpses, it actually gives you a lot of resources, though. So let's take out this tech trike, or tech stego if I can. Alright. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to grab my fuel, and you are an ass. So, well, moot point, I can't use the drill anyway. I really hate how your Manto Dinos will like rush forward and like feed on a corpse as soon as you hop off. That needs to not be a thing. Alright. It's one of those things like I want my Mounted Dino to eat the corpse. I would not have hopped off it, I just would have ate the damn thing. Oh well. Bitch, whine, piss mode. I know. Alright, there's our fuel. And... you can cover a lot of ground quickly with a Balar, at least. They are faster than the Deinonychus. They just don't have the wonderful climbing ability. That'd be cool if you could leave a Deinonychus latched whenever you're not mounted on it, like a rock drake. But as soon as you hop off, they let go, which is kind of useful at times for getting unstuck or whatever. And now, use it on these, it just gives you a ton of stone. A little bit of green gems, very rarely some crystal, but mainly just stone. So basically it's like it almost picks one resource and you just get a lot of that resource. At the same time, you have no control over what that resource is going to be. Bit of a shame there. Alright, and... were there any, like, metal-rich rocks over this way? I know there are eventually. I was kind of hoping for something a bit closer, though. Oh, there's mushroom patches. There it is. But yeah, you can see here from drilling this, we actually get smelted copper ore directly from the rock, which is awesome. Which makes it a little bit weird that it's smelted copper ore, but oh well. And the other thing is we still get metal, we still get stone and flint out of it as well. And we get quite a bit of those resources out of there on top of all the good stuff. You know, the copper we wanted. I'm not seeing any others around here though. Well, there's this ramp right here. This will provide quite a bit of copper. And then, like I mentioned, if you use it on a crystal node, an actual crystal node, not the aberration gem nodes, you get rough diamonds out of the nodes, which is awesome. Because they cost 10 obsidian per diamond. It gets a little expensive after a while. Nope, okay. But we got plenty of the rich metal nodes up here, which is awesome. There's more crystal up even further if we go up there. And one of the main things is once you start making a bunch of copper plates for different things, you are going to be hurting like you wouldn't believe for crystal. Takes 5 crystal per glass panel, takes 1 glass panel per copper plate. So, yeah, it gets, especially if you decide to build with steampunk, because it does have, you know, foundations, walls, ceilings, the whole 9 yards, right? It all requires copper. Copper plates. Tons of copper plates. I wish there was another machine you could make that could actually spit out copper plates without the crystal. That would be wonderful, but there's not. Some sort of like, you know, steam-powered press or something. But, you know, they haven't added that to the mod, like, you know, and I actually need to keep better tabs on the mod. I haven't remember seeing it update in a while, but it's not something I pay religious attention to either. Where are we at now on... yeah, we're at almost 600 copper ore. So I'm just going to head back to base because I could spend the next hour mining. Excuse me, mining without a problem. And I don't think that's what people want to see. Thank God I didn't hit any of the hallucinogenic mushrooms there. Alright, and there's no Textago over there. Fighting what? Sabertooth. Hey. Oh, wow. The Sabertooth killed the Textago. I was fighting the other Stego because I thought that it would get taken care of for me. Dang, I wanted that Textago. A little bit of fall damage? Nope. Bounced off a tree first. Alright, and... let's see. Where are we? Oh, there's another rich metal node I just passed there. That's a roll rat. Second there, I thought that would be a basilisk. No gems. Look at that. Huh. Actually, this guy does a pretty good job of harvesting tech creatures. Not gonna worry about using the drill then. The drill can be used as a melee weapon, but quite frankly, it sucks. It does like 1 damage. But it also deals torpor, which is odd, but it deals like 1 torpor per hit. So I mean, it's not effective in any way, shape, or form as a weapon. Not even as a last resort, because it has like no knockback to it either. Where am I? Like, seriously, I'm lost. What is with the giant horsetail? Right, so... it's up this ridge then, isn't it? And... Oh, held spacebar too long. Yep, here's my base. There we go. Second there, I thought I'd overshot my base, and that's why I was like, where am I? Okay. Got it figured out. Not a problem. Can we move now? Yeah. Relight that thing so I can finish cooking the meat up here. Although I don't think I'm going to need that much cooked meat. Never hurts. I might as well put this little bit of crystal in there too. No, actually, can I have that oil back, please? Thank you. You can have the whip, though, for now. So we've got a Lake Van monster to tame. Alright, let's go ahead and get started on that, I guess. Should have enough spark powder for this. I have not found any sheep yet, so I can't use mutton. So I'm going to have to use prime, and that's going to suck. Actually... got this journal for a reason. I don't know why I hit escape after hitting use, but I did. Lake Van Monster. Why are there... Oh, because the bread one is separate from the... Yeah, that's right. So, captive bred Lake Van Monsters do not have the debuff when you tame them. And it's treating it like you can run into these things in the wild, but you can't. So we need regular, superior, exceptional, or extraordinary kibble baits. I don't have access to any baits. And would you quit punching? It's clicking in the book. Happens sometimes. Other than that, it's going to be a case of we need a lot of prime meat bait. Do we have any more? Yeah, this here. Did I put my metal away in here? But I did. Oh yeah, I did. Get that cooking up over here. And you can have that as well. There we go. That's almost done. Alright. Let's see, my weight's pretty low now. Let's go ahead and check out my Alamodactylus. Just a relatively low level one. There's my Segno, because I don't need to be bringing these guys with, so... here, you can have a little more weight, though. You, for now, I'm just going to stack up some weight. And kind of a cool thing... Oh, no, wait. Hit points. I can fly on this thing without a saddle. They do require an implant, but they don't require saddles by default. Actually, that does make me wonder something, though. Hey, come here. So from these, you just get regular stone. Okay. Now, am I going to get sand if I hit the rocks over here? Like, say, this one. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's a pterosaur that can mine stone. But it can't mine anything else, like any of the specialty resources, you know. No nodes of, like, rich metal or anything. Crystal. Yeah. Did I get any... Nope, I didn't get any of the cactus stuff. Cactus sap, but... Alright, so... And now you can see it's actually automatically making clay for us, which is awesome. If, you know, you like clay. Or if you like adobe, it's pretty handy. I might use it for a build or two. Definitely going to need it, though, for like a thorny dragon saddle if I ever get one of those. Yep, I can just leave this guy sit here now, and he's just going to turn all that stuff I just gathered into clay. And probably, let's see, pantry's over here. Grab out this cactus sap as well and toss over here. Here you are. we go, and you know what? Have some more health. Alright, so Deinonychus. Hi. I want to be able to get away from the Lake Van monster if it turns on me. Also, you're gonna need some meat while we go over there. See, I don't have any regular arrows. Let's see. Pole resource. Stone arrow. Let's pull like 15, I guess. And that way I can start. Yeah, 8's probably fine for now. You can also craft those in the actual crafting table, but it's just as easy to do it in your inventory by dragging and dropping. No crash. Thank you. Alright, now. Where did Beastie go? Well, there's an Gigantosaurus. That's an Anthracosaurus. There it is. See the tail poking out? There's its head. Man, that thing blended in well. It's kind of sort of stuck, isn't it? I got a Sarco coming to say hello. Alright. Let's get you loaded up here. Alright, now. If I get too close, it'll still be a little angry at me, and that was 1.8%. And usually when I start taming a Lake Van monster, like inevitably, a Rhizotus will show up. And yeah, there's the breath weapon. There's a concentrated blast assault. Which on like players, if you survive, basically gives you like a dehydration debuff and drains your water out stupidly quick. Mounts, I believe it's a stamina drain. Or wild tames as well, you know. Wild / tamed. Nope. Ow. Hell no, dude. Go away. They actually have a pretty short aggro range, but once they're locked onto a target, they are relentless. There he goes. Okay. Finally. Now, because I didn't hit back, it didn't hurt his taming percentage any for him to aggro onto me. There he goes. So, that'll be, because I lost one already. You can't reclaim arrows after you've shot them. The bait arrows. Let's see, so 7 times 1.8. Looking like 12%. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some more of these up. 15 arrows actually may not be, well, 14 arrows should be pretty close, honestly. Of course, the fog is now set in too. Which really does obscure, like, outlines, doesn't it? Okay, it's fighting something in the water over there, I think. And they are amphibious, and they move faster in the water than they do on land. So that is something else to keep an eye on, too. But they are really close to, maybe not the ultimate water mount, but they are amazing in the water. And for one thing, it's the difficulty I'm at, mind you, is a bit higher than normal, but it's not hard for me to level one up to like 150k health. And then start dumping the rest into, you know, melee damage, and then have them doing like 4,000 to 5,000 per hit. The breath weapon hits, I think, 20 times. It's an incredibly short range, but it hits a lot. I think I hit a Titanosaur twice with the breath weapon on one of these, and it dropped it to half health. So, I mean, that's saying a bit. All right, and you are now at 7.2% tamed. Oh yeah, we're going to be at this for a while. I need to get him to 25 before he won't try attacking me anymore. So I'm like a third of the way to that point. He's walking this way. But the good news is he does tend to destroy everything else within reach. However, a Rhizodus can still kill a wild one of these without a problem. But I don't have to worry about too many like incidental tames. So, which is kind of a nice change of pace. He did seem to be leaving like that Dacosaurus alone though. Daco maybe? No, probably Daco. All right, you ready to eat yet again? Oh God, you're okay. All right, we are 10% of the way there. I've got 7 shots left. That'll get it up to like 20%. Where was that Sarco bag? Actually, sweet. I was gonna say, wouldn't the Sarco like give me stone arrows? And it says, yes, he would, and you're getting too close again. Dude, you're in my bubble. Quit getting close before I'm in your bubble, and then, you know, we're gonna have issues. Does seem to get hungry rather quickly, though. Good news. And the best part is I have basically, is it 1.5 times taming rate on this? So, I mean, not massive amounts of taming boost, but a bit, right? Although something like this I think would be easier just to trank out than anything else. Definitely easier than the immersive taming. You can lure them away, get them stuck somewhere, and just pump them full of trank arrows. That would be a lot easier. Would be. But yeah, he basically just stalks around in one little area and just murders anything that comes into that area. Did not lob that one as far as I wanted to. %, though. Are you going to see that arrow soon? Yep, you did. Okay. Was it 16.1? Yeah. What were your stats at? 21,000 health currently. I quit like unfocusing on it. There we go. Yeah, 21,094 health, huh? I saw the red text at first. I'm like, oh god. No, we're good. We're good. Yeah, there's. I think he's successfully killed everything else around here. I think I helped out with that Gigantosaurus earlier, but that was kind of about it. And that's Sarco. That decided that I looked like a snack. Didn't work out quite so well for him, did it? Come on, dude. Get hungry. The food's on the other side of you. There you go. Now, in the immersive taming mod, there is a ability to make like needle darts and whatnot, where you can actually take a blood sample of a creature. Granted, it will aggro them. Hey, there's an Anthroposaurus over there. It's still alive. And but then you can take it back to your base and analyze the stats of the creature, or without actually having to like knock it out or anything first, or tame it. Dude, no. Go the other way. Usually when I'm taming these things, though, I end up with like 5 or 6 tamed Dimorphodons. Alright. 21%, 21.5%. Yeah, I have enough arrows now. Thanks to that Sarco, otherwise I would have, this would be my last shot. There. That really did not go as far as I wanted it to. It's really weird how the ocean, or not the ocean, the ocean is sand. The desert meets the swamp, though. And there's not much of a, and there is a bit of a border where it's like standard, like, foresty-ish kind of terrain. But, not much, really. One more arrow. I need to get 25%. And then I don't have to worry so much about being eaten. I don't believe you can hurt animals with these arrows either, the bait arrows. I don't know, I've never really tried shooting something with a bait arrow. But also with their drop, it's pretty hard to get it right where you want it to be. Hey, awesome. You are my new best friend. Alright, well, I've gotten to this far. It's not going to attack me, and honestly, it's pretty much killed anything else around here that would attack me, so I think we're pretty safe. I'll meet everybody back at base with my my new pet. Alright, so we're basically one feeding away. Oh, you're gonna give me care? Or you want me to give you care first? Alright. Hey, that was enough. We're gonna call you Vance, because Vance is a good name. Nice, proper, strong name. Let's see. Of course, it also features, you know, in the song Vance Can't Dance, but, you know. He threw out a gift that I can't find right now. Also, I had a blue drop pop down here in the middle of the night, which is kind of handy. It had 2 Ascendant Whip blueprints, Ascendant Morella tops, and some crop plots in it on top of the ever popular Compass blueprint. So, let's see. I believe I left my Deinonychus down here. Okay. Thought I did. Oh no. Where, oh where has my Deinonychus gone? Where, oh where could he be? Oh, other end. Okay. Wrong end of the island. And I believe I actually got attacked by an aberrant piranha in the middle of the night. Pretty sure regular piranhas don't glow. So, hey, there you are. One thing I'm curious about is, are aberrant Deinonychus available on the map? So, let me double check here. Aberrant mantas, yep. Aberrant piranha. Okay, yeah, I did get attacked by one. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you do because, well... Oh, hey, there's the thing, right? Nope, that's the compass blueprint. Dang it. And there's like a little... Or there was. It's probably despawned by now. Little parcel around somewhere. Alright, so... Have to get back to base now and make a saddle for Vance. That was a lot of Mega Neuros. I didn't realize that there were that many around me at the time. Hell yeah, I'll take more chitin. Which I don't think I dropped off. There. Snake's dead. I didn't want to get hit by that while I'm waiting for this to come down. Also, you can see you better not have hit that thing. You did. You are on your own, buddy. What level are you anyway? Level 36. Yeah. It would not have been a very tough fight, but Chunk Kings are a little terrifying, honestly. All right, come on. Wow, you're gonna take a while to come down here, aren't you? All right, what do I have on me here that? Yeah, I don't need that. I think I'll keep everything else. I mean, I still have 4 of the prime meat bait arrows left, and took 34 to tame that thing up. So, not doing terrible, really. Still have quite a bit of prime meat left. But yeah, 34 feeding cycles. Yeah, it's well through the night. Well after midnight, nonetheless. Actually, can we... I can't... My recording indicator is right over the top of the time. So... But, the sky is getting lighter, so it's a pretty good indicator. We have a Megalodon chibi. And... wood bits I don't need. Okay. Yeah, no, the sky is definitely getting lighter, so... yeah, it took quite a bit of time to tame that guy up. Let's go home. Kind of tired of the swamp. Alright. So, first things first. Did I remember to... Okay, yeah, well, you do have some carrots and whatnot, okay. Hey, Bulldog. How you doing? Really? Thunderstorm again? Or do you just do that every time it rains? Yeah, that's the thunderstorm emote. Which I've never seen lightning, though. 407. Okay, yeah. I should probably divvy that up as well. Do we have a chibi Megalodon? I don't think we do. Although that chibi picture looks more like a sea lion, because for some reason they gave the Megalodon whiskers. I don't know why I was going to put it in the forge. In you go. Alright. Worry about everything else later. So you can have half of that. You can have the other half. And let's go here and... How expensive are you? Not at all. Okay, great. Alright, Vance. Come out and say hi. Vance is huge, by the way. Like, here, let's go. Go ahead and lay down. Yeah, I'm like the size of his toes. So, I mean, that... Yeah, he's Vance is he's a beefcake, honestly. He is massive. Let's just go with massive. Alright, and got a saddle for you. We got 6 levels already. Tamed out with almost 40,000 health. And now he's at 71,000. Also, Vance will passively produce salt in the inventory. This is full speed ahead right now. You notice on the top right, we got a 14,000 second debuff. That is the slow starting metabolism, sorry. It's preventing it from using its proper speed and strength. Now, one thing to remember is you're going to have to probably unload and reload the dinosaur, honestly. But Vance can gather stone and metal, and actually attacks quicker than the Sauropelta, which is handy. You know, I should probably try it on a tree as well. But yeah, this is as fast as Vance is until that buff goes away. So, and we gather wood over thatch, okay. So, I mean, not bad. Not the fastest gatherer. I mean, Fangs does a better job on wood. Yeah, I mean, it's just a given. But Vance, I think, might do a better job on stone than the Sauropelta. At least faster. Eventually. Alright, so we're looking at, what, only 1,100% melee damage so far, but 3,100 weight, which is awesome. An absurd amount of torpor. And, yeah, the Vance, for the most part, is just going to be hanging out at the base and eating lots of food. Lots and lots of food. Let's go ahead and get you up close enough here. Like, seriously? Wow. Look at the size of him compared to a Bronto. I think his body's roughly a little bit shorter than a Bronto's actual body is. Then there's the tail and neck, which kind of make things a bit different. But so how are you doing over here on the clay production? 234 and still making more of it. Awesome. That is a good deal. And let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away. Put that away, I guess, for now. And we will put our extra bait away for now, because I don't need to be packing around all that bait. And how are we doing on metal in here now? We are at 4,600. Alright, cool. Doing pretty good on metal, too. Now, okay, the white drop is down. Awesome. Hey, Kilobator. You got stuck on the Posoldosuchus. Very good job. And Posoldosuchus, it's, you know, obviously crocodilian, or crocodile-like anyway, right? We're gonna have one of those days where, like, everything glitches me out. Maybe. Cloth armor. Don't care. But Fasola is the location it was found in. That's the point I was making. Kilobator is, I can't remember exactly what the baiter part means. You know, haha, you're, you know, very funny for laughing at that. But the Achilleo is, you know, reference the Achilles tendon because they had such beefy ankles. So they felt it was proper to mention the ankles when they named the dinosaur. So, I mean, that's the thing. Scorpiovenator just simply means hunter of scorpions. Australo Raptor is southern raptor. And it was one of the few raptors that was basically... This is pretty accurate, actually. It was a very, very skinny, very lithe looking raptor. And it was more paleontologists think anyway at this time, geared towards like plucking fish out of the shallows and whatnot than running down prey on the plains. Trike, obvious, you know, right? Gigantoraptor, big raptor. Valar was named after a Hungarian dragon from legend. Sauropelta is armored lizard. It was one of the, it was an earlier discovered dinosaur, so. Simple name Carnotaurus is meat bull because of the horns. Andrewsarchus is Andrew's king, I think it is, or Andrew's emperor, one of the two. And then Metriacanthosaurus is a mid-spined lizard. So, Alamodactylus, yeah, named after the place it was found. Equus, horse. I think we went over most of the names. Oh yeah, Brontoscorpio, thunder scorpion. And there's a Brontosaurus over there, which is Thunder Lizard. There's still some debate among certain people if Brontosaurus and Apatosaurus are the same or not. Current consensus is most likely not, but hard to tell. It goes back and forth as time passes, honestly. It's just one of those things that scientists argue about. And Phyomia, I have no idea. So I haven't looked that name up at all. But it is a, not a pig at all. It's actually, a relative of the elephant. Shovel tusker, it looks like. But, yeah, it's just a small, stumpy elephant, really, with a very short trunk. But everybody calls them pigs because, well, they freaking oink and grunt whenever they eat, so. You are annoying. Keep going that way. Alright, so, but we got ourselves, like, the most overpowered thing we could have at this stage of the game. It's got a saddle on it, but it's not usable for like 4 hours at this point. So, hooray for that, right? We are actually out of glass panels. How are we doing on crystal? We are doing not great. I almost grabbed fiber by accident. Let's get some more of this cooked up. This thing can cook up the glass panels as well, and it can do 2 at a time, which is pretty nice. But I need crystal. And there's really no way to actually make crystal per se. There is a way to basically summon it at the cost of a tool's durability, though. So let me get over here. I need to make gunpowder for one thing. Gunpowder, like say 100. That'll work for now. And then we need to go over to this workbench right here. And there is another drill, which I haven't learned yet, looks like. Okay, well, that's easy enough to fix. There is the steam drill engine. And what we're going to want is a diamond-tipped drill bit. But let's go ahead and look this up here. Right, drill. I want the actual thing here. Requires gunpowder to operate. Requires drill bit to be attached to work. Collect metal and stone from the ground. If you hook up the diamond bit, though, attach the item to the drill engine to drill crystal, stone, and rare mushrooms can be repaired, which is a lie. It cannot be, because you cannot remove it from the drill after you put it into it. Must be crafted in the steam workstation. We need 5 more rough diamonds for that. But I should be able to craft this thing here. Right, and did I have any extra diamonds? If I did, I would have put them into here, or maybe here. I don't think I actually hit up any actual crystal nodes. Okay, so I need 50 obsidian then. And do we have any stone left in here? Yeah, we might have enough of this actually. Alright, there we go. And this now is just going to be my metal ingot processor for the most part. I'm not going to worry about doing, smelted copper ore. Diamonds we don't really need large amounts of yet. We will once I start getting into the steampunk armor. But main thing I'm going to need for right now is just making the drill bit. So it's not something I have to run out right now and go get. But I will need to make sure I get some rough diamonds. And the good news is the actual steampunk drill here doubles the amount of crystal you get out of crystal nodes, as well as giving you diamonds, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and get this crystal or the diamond bit done. I need 115 more cementing paste. Aye, go figure, right? All right, let's this thing is a little bit loud. It's not bad, but it's it makes a rhythmic like thunking noise. It's like a hammer drill type, really. And you guys need to step up your game a bit. Or I need to go find another beaver dam. Which there are really none around here. But, I mean, it's worth a quick look, right? Where did my Deinonychus go? There you are. Nope, you're the lower level one, but you know what? You'll work for this. Alright, so... Well, there's... That thing is still around. That Anthracosaurus there. It's a giant amphibian with an electric eel attack. Castroides. Hello. Yeah, I was trying to hold space down for that. Did the thing just aggro on me? It did. It's coming after me. Okay. Or it aggroed on something. It may not have been me. So, Castroides. Not 6. F6. Thank you. Apparently you're over there now, huh? Oh yeah, you're just in there like just kind of chilling and swimming around. Okay. Do you have a beaver den around here? Oh, hi, coelacanth. Hello, beaver. I'm not seeing a beaver den around here. I'm also not seeing an ichthyovenator, which could possibly mean that the ichthyovenator attacked Castroides, and in the commotion, you know, the ensuing kerfluffle, the beaver den got destroyed. So, because yeah, I'm not seeing one down here at all. I am seeing a lot of coelacanth though. Maybe I should set up a fishing station around here. Where's your home at, dude? Where is your home? I think the beaver dens form when these guys spawn in, so I should probably, honestly, would not be a bad idea to take this thing out. Thank you. I did not get my spear back, though. Now, what didn't it say there was another one around here? Yeah, there was a 216 down a ways, too. Wow. Hey, you're not even in the water. Awesome. Alright, let's take a peek. No beaver dens. Like, none whatsoever. Damn. That's 150 cementing paste for that drill bit, though. I did not remember them being that expensive. Oh! There's 2 of them right here on the surface, on the shore. 475. And 48. Okay. And I killed the only beaver in the area, so. Now my Deinonychus is like really slow too. He's like, I'm so heavy. Yes, I know. Just pogo your way back to base, and we'll get this taken care of. Cool thing, Deinonychus can still run, or well, not run, but jump while completely overweight. Go ahead and give me that stuff, and here you can have another level. Just don't get your like head stuck inside that guy's nostril. I mean that. Yeah, that's huge, man. All right, and let's go ahead and get this stuff put away and stay here, right? More rare flowers, which, you know, honestly, I think I don't need any more right now. That will be handy, though, but I need to find some beehives first. And I can use that to make honey. Alright, drill bit time. Diamond tip drill bit. Done. And let's come out here to our... my gunpowder should be done, right? Kind of an odd thing for it to run on, but there you go. It runs on a gunpowder, so... Alright. So we come out here and... This actually places in the world like this, and I was like, you can repair it. Yeah, no. You can pick it up Oh, yeah. Pick up allowed for 4 minutes, 52 seconds. But auto turns on, sits here, and it just, like I said, it makes a rhythmic thumping noise. And generates stone crystal and the occasional rare mushroom. It does burn through gunpowder pretty quick, though. Be nice as a creature that could make gunpowder for you. Now I have a question. Equus saddle. I either haven't learned it or it's a smithy only. It's probably a smithy only, honestly. I haven't learned it either, but okay. So both points were correct on that one. And let's go here to our smithy. Let's go ahead and saddle up our horse because we haven't done that yet. If it can have a saddle, I should probably put a saddle on it, honestly. On a similar note, if I can build it, I probably should. And I'm talking about my actual house. There you go, and let's go ahead and jump your speed up a little bit too. 9 levels on you. Let's get you up to like say 13,000 for now. Will work, I guess. I was gonna say 15,000 health, but didn't quite reach it. We've got a lot of fertilizer stocked up now too, which is awesome. I still need sulfur though for an item collector. There you go. And eggs go in the pantry, which is behind the fabricator, which is over here. Yeah, see, this little workshop is getting pretty cramped, and I don't even, like, I didn't even put the tannery inside. It is right here. How are you doing anyway? 266. All right. So what pieces of steampunk armor require that? Gloves, maybe? Gloves require 250, but also 40 rough diamonds. But all the way up to the shirt, requiring 900 leather. Now, there's something else I should try making here. It is the multi-forge. Glass panels. I'm going to be short on glass panels. No, I'm short on copper plates. I have the glass panels. All right. You needed, what was it, like 30? Was it 30 or 40 glass panels for the multi-forge? The multi-forge is 40, so there's 30 of those for you. Let's go ahead and grab 10 of these out of here, and then we'll just... hitting the wrong button. We'll just do that now. Drop that into there so it can wait. And... it's going to take a little bit of time, but the multi-forge can do quite a bit, actually. Downside is it's really loud, so it's going to have to go ways away from my base. I mean, this just gets annoying over time. It's not like deafening or anything like that, but just the constant thumping gets kind of bad after a while. The multi-forge is just obscenely loud and drowns out everything around it. So, that's one thing I wish that thing had a mute button. I really do. Okay, I might actually have enough for the multi-forge now. Steam multi-forge. We need 150 copper plates. Yeah, I should have enough now. Alright. So let's get this thing made up, because this will, A, let us generate leather, or make, well, not generate, but make leather so much quicker. And you can go over here. Now, let's see. Yeah, cycle doesn't work unless it's on, which is, this is the part that sucks. And it gets loud. The noise fades pretty quick, but we can cycle through copper plates, metal ingots, glass panels, rough diamonds, leather, coal, smelted copper ore. That's about it. Okay, looped all the way around. So I want to have, I bypassed it. I want to have this thing make some leather for me. And we're going to make a lot of leather because I need a lot for the armor. And one thing about the armor is, yeah, you can give me that too. It has a base armor value, but it comes out at a random armor value. The base armor is like the minimum. Yep. And just get you to crafting like that. But you know, all armor pieces have a base armor value of 300, which is pretty good, honestly. I mean, it's 3 times what flak armor is at base. But it's all random. It's at least 300, but I've seen it go up to like 1260 before. So that's without like upgrade stationing it or anything like that. So you know, you're a little bit of a random crapshoot as to what you're going to get. Not a bad thing though. Durability stays constant though, so durability doesn't go up. But like I said, it's a bit random what you get, so more leather is better. I have not tried this guy out at all. Now, Carnos have really loud footsteps, but hey. Honestly, not bad damage, though. 380 is pretty good. 10,000 health. You know, it's just, we'll dump 14 levels into melee attack. Do wish the saddle was a bit different, but, yeah, beggars can't really be choosers. One thing I could do, though, is, we do have Saddle's crafting table for Eco's primordial decor. This has, like, the coolest Carno saddle I've ever seen. So there are different saddles for different things, and they're all based off the different tribes in the primordial, you know, game mode, I guess you could call it almost, where everybody has their own like there's arid tribe, there's forest, there's Everglades, there's swamp. I don't know if there is a swamp. That's the Everglades. There's like subterranean, there's volcanic, you know, all those. Tundra, I think, is the last one. And well, the Carno is part of the subterranean tribe. So it has a themed saddle due to this. Reverts it back to the... Actually, no, it keeps the new model because the straps don't quite fit right. Which I think is why the Carno DLC has its own saddle. Or has the Dino Hoarder TLC saddle. But it gets mushrooms and crystals on its back. Get up here, we've got a dead baby Megalosaurus across the back. There's crystals. And it's got maybe one of the more broken abilities I've ever seen. You look at it down there. Cave Camo. You are hidden from most wild cave creatures unless you attack or dismount. So I'm not taking the Carno caving, but that is still kind of cool. I do like that saddle quite a bit, though. I mean, that's a saddle of character. And then there's also like the Eco's organic saddles, but I don't think Eco has a... I think put out... I'm pretty sure not a Carno one. But there's like 5 different ones out there so far. There's like a Raptor, Rex, a Para, is it Iguanodon, and Trike, I think? Can't remember. Let's see if I can get you up to like 10k. Pretty close. Here, give me all that. And so more hide, why not? I'm gonna have to do a few things off camera now. And one of those is I need to go on a hide run, and I need to go on crystal runs. Also, I'm going to start cooking up some prime meat, so I can start eating that instead of regular steak. Because why not? That friggin' Bronto is going to die. Gigaraptor. Make it unalive, would you? Thank you. Also, Gigantoraptors are freaking tall. But, let's see, definitely need more hide. This thing here... Okay, it was finishing up one last recipe of leather. Let's just go ahead and pick this up, because I don't need it anymore. I could have actually gone straight for the multi-forge, but seeing as how little leather I actually needed, I figured it was a good idea just to show off standard progression. Also, the multi-forge is animated, which is cool, but it does make it a shame that it's as loud as it is. That's the one thing I would change about this mod, actually. That is the main thing, is how loud the multi-forge is. Because I would love to have a bank of like 8 of those things just running and producing stuff for me. Yeah, no, I can't stand the volume, though. Which is funny, because I used to be a heavy equipment mechanic, and that sounds just like a bunch of the old machines I used to work on. They sound almost exactly like that, but just not a video game with dinosaurs in it, please. I don't need to have memories of my old job. Alright. But I'm going to go ahead and call this an episode. Get to working on the house. I'm going to make a hide run. Probably take the Gigantosaurus out, actually. It seems to do pretty good at harvesting hide and keratin and chitin. So, what am I in here for? I think I was looking for this. Yeah. And I should probably make up some berry baits. I need to get a farm set up soon. I really do. Because berry bags are not that great, honestly. But I mean, they're a stopgap measure for right now. But with the farm going, I can get access to kibble, and then there's actually kibble baits you can make, which seems to me like it'd be a great idea. But I've got stuff to take care of first. Like, I got to build a place for, you know, to move into and put my stuff down and all that. And I mean, like, well, here's my basement for now. And gonna have, you know, hatches to get up and down. We are gonna have you set to auto close only. I think would be a good plan, because otherwise you're gonna do that every time I walk by. But I mean, because otherwise I'll forget. I'll be walking across and I'll fall into the basement, and I don't need that in my life. I really don't. Wow, I jumped further than I thought I would. But thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed the series, or I hope you're enjoying the series. And until next episode, the sign signing out. Have fun.